Eileen, we're ready. Please rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to the September Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for the City of Middletown. We'll go ahead and get started with roll call for this evening. Myself, Chairman Jim Burtis, Member Keith, here. Tracy, here. Mark and Wendy are away, and we have Sixto, our building inspector, our counselor, Rich Krogan, and Martina. All right, so just an announcement for both applicants that are here this evening. Because we have 3 of our 5 board members present this evening, if we move to make a determination on your project, and if you would like us to make a determination on your project this evening, the decision of the 3 members present would need to be unanimous this evening. So that being said...
But we do have enough to have a meeting where we have a quorum 3 out of the 5.
Right. So we'll start off this evening by inviting up the first item on the agenda, which would be Orange Terrace Properties, represented by Fusco's office.
Yes, my name is Todd Merzio from Fusco Engineering. We're representing Moses on his 2 to 7 Orange Terrace. He was looking for a 1-year extension, but we feel 6-month extension would be adequate and sufficient time for him to proceed with engineering. He's been kind of put through the ringer with engineering and surveying and a lot of design back and forth with various lot configurations. So that's what he's looking for, is a 6-month extension for his variance that was granted in March 19th. Looks like it was a 2.9-foot variance on the lot widths.
So there would be a 6-month extension on an area variance, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, would you feel comfortable moving further in deliberation and seeking approval or extension from the 3 members present tonight?
I think I would, yes.
Okay. Counselor, do you have anything to add?
No, the project has been in a standstill. It's not unreasonable request to ask for an extension.
Fair enough. Do any of the board members have questions regarding this extension request?
I just have one question. With all the engineering changes, is it going to change what was already approved? In other words, would you have to come back here?
No, we wouldn't have to come back here.
And there's not going to be any significant changes that are different than what was approved?
No, just the variance. None of the houses, none of the drainage, sanitary, none of that's really changing.
All right.
Tracy, any questions? Okay. So at this point, does the applicant have any additional information to add?
He has not given me any additional information.
Okay, fair enough. At this point, I'd feel comfortable calling the question and asking for a motion. So at this point, I'd like to ask for a motion to approve the 6-month extension request for Orange Terrace Properties on the area variance. Is that correct, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
I make a motion.
Keith makes a motion. Tracy will second.
Roll call.
And we'll do a roll call for this. We'll start with Keith.
Yes.
And Tracy.
Yes.
And myself, yes. Okay, so motion passes.
Extension is granted.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now, Fusco has a double header this evening as you're representing the second applicant of the evening, and that would be 92 Linden Avenue.
And just for the record, this continuation of a public hearing, last time we were here, the applicant had some discrepancies between the map and the application. The application was cleaned up as well as the map. So if you want to tell the board what's going on.
Yeah, so we're seeking it's in a pre-existing lot. So the lot square footage is roughly 3,988 square foot. The minimum required is 5,000, so we're requesting a variance of approximately 5,000 square feet.
No, your variance is 1,088. Required is 5,000, you have 39.
88,
Yep,
Yeah.
so it's 1,012.
2012.
Yep,
1,012, yeah, that should be on here, 1,012 is what we're looking for. Looking at the front setback, we are looking for a variance on the front setback. We are putting the future dwelling, it is a single-family, two-story dwelling. I've, included some renderings of what that would look like. Walt always wanted us to build in the building line, so we didn't want to have this staggered look coming down the road. So the building line, it's kind of hard to see, but should have been a darker line. But that's running with the same building line adjacent properties. So on the left of you and right of you, you're in the same front plane. So when you come out of your front door, you're looking left and right, you're seeing down the road. So if you were set back to where the required setback line is 30, then you'd be looking at people's, backyards or side of people's houses. So that was that's the variance we're requesting for the front yard. So it'd be a front yard and area. We do meet the requirements of the side setbacks, which are, this is a 50-foot lot. 30% of 50 is 15. We are showing approximately 20. It's like 29.4, but we don't have that dimension. But if you're facing the dwelling on the right side, it's like 14.9. On the left side, it's around 15.2, so we are at 20, and required is 15. And we do meet the rear setback currently. We have parking flanking down on the right side, 2 parking spots, and then they have maneuverability out to get back out onto Linden.
you need a rear setback too?
No, we don't need rear. We're meeting the rear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're meeting the rear. We're meeting rear and side, just not the front, because
Right.
we want to be up at the building plane.
The front
properties.
is required 30, you're at 12, so you're seeking 18 feet or 60%.
Correct.
Okay, and just checking and see if our numbers are close. The lot area variance would be about 21%,
20.24.
0.24. Fair enough.
It's a continuation of a public hearing, so
It would be 0.2, right? It wouldn't be point.
I have 20.24.
Yeah, 20, yeah, okay.
Yep.
I thought you said 24.
Nope, 20.24%.
All right. So next question would be for the board members. Do you feel that there's been enough time for public feedback?
Well, it's a continuation of the public hearing,
Right.
so you would just ask the public to come forth.
Okay.
If anybody is here, any comments Martina has received?
Okay. And seeing no members in the gallery and no letters waiting to be read by the clerk, I would ask for a motion from the board.
Well, you can go to the board first, see if there's
for
any
questions
feedback
for
from the board.
project.
And then go back to the public once again, and if there is no comment at that time, if you so desire, you can close it.
Fair enough. So we'll head over to our board members, Keith and Tracy. Are there any questions for the applicant? Go ahead, Tracy.
Hi, question. What do you plan on doing about that extreme drop-off at the back of the property?
That's right at the property line, so I did go back there. I thought there might have been a retaining wall, maybe you said it was, but there isn't. It's just a, 3-on-1 grade. I don't know exactly where that drops off in relationship to our property line. So I'm not sure if it runs midway along the slope. The
About
topography
14.
shows kind of midway in the slope. So I don't think I would just remain as is. As those linear, that slope along the adjacent properties are all the same slope. I don't think I would do anything different there.
The drop-off starts about 14 feet back
14 feet back from,
from the property line
so towards Linden?
towards Linden, yeah.
Towards Linden, okay.
Follow-up question with that, what are you planning on doing with all the trees? Are you gonna remove them?
The down trees?
No, the trees that are around that property.
I was there today, I didn't see too many trees, but there's some in the back. I think we would keep the trees that are in the back.
You will keep them, because that'll help with the erosion of that bank.
Yes, definitely, yes. In the immediate area of the dwelling, there's no trees there currently that I saw. We can do stabilization on that slope. We can groom it and stabilize it and try to grow, something that we can help the slope, so erosion in the back. I don't know if there's an issue, if the neighboring property is complaining about any erosion, but I don't believe that's the case.
All right. Do you want another minute to review the paperwork, Keith?
No, I don't have any questions.
Okay.
You can go back to the public, nobody being here, and you can make a motion to close the public hearing.
All right. Seeing no new members of the public, I'd like to ask for a motion to close the public hearing on 92 Linden Avenue. Motion made by Tracy, seconded by myself. All in favor? Aye. The ayes have it. The public hearing is now closed on 92 Linden Avenue. All right, and
Go back to
imagine we
the
can-
board for any further questions.
Do any of the board members have any additional questions on this project? No?
Mr. Martinez, do you have any comments?
My only concern is the rear property and how much rear yard they will actually have before the drop-off.
I'd have to identify that. It looks like the topography, it does look like it's, right adjacent, right after the parking area. Looks like it's a foot or two looking at this topography. The topography doesn't look like is as tight as it should be, because I was out there, it's pretty good slope, so it does look like it should be a little bit tighter on here. We can identify that, but then it would have to be a small retainage, maybe a 2-foot retainage would have to, accompany that, But looking at it, it is feasible the way it's constructible the way it is now.
So for discussion for the board, the variance sought, the board would need to determine if an undesirable change in the character of the neighborhood or detriment to nearby properties will be created by granting the variance. Applicant stated neighborhood is mostly single and/or multifamily homes, so there'd be no change in the character of the neighborhood and would not be detrimental to surrounding properties. The board must consider whether additional water runoff, the steepness of the backyard, possible retention wall to be built, parking concerns, size of lot being out of character with the neighborhood. The applicant is attempting to build a home on a small lot that's totally out of character with the neighborhood. The benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved, and these are all part of the 5-factor test. It's a balancing of the factors, not any one factor can be considered, it's in totality. The benefits sought by the applicant can be achieved by some method feasible for the applicant to pursue other than a variance. The only way the applicant can meet the size requirements would be to buy property from the adjacent, which may then make their lots substandard, so he really has no other way to make his lot come in compliance. Proposed area variance, whether it's substantial, the board should make a reasoned judgment as to whether a nonconformity being proposed is too great as compared to the lawful dimensions allowed by the zoning law. The applicant is seeking a lot area variance of 20.24% that's for the lot area, and 60% for front yard. They're both substantial by any assessment in law. The proposed area variance will not have an adverse effect or impact on the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood or district. Development of raw land will create more impervious area, thus creating water runoff issues. Parking is already tight, and adding more units on a small lot creates more parking hardship. Lastly, the alleged difficulty was self-created. The lot, there's questions as to how the lot was acquired as being part of another lot that was sold. However, the applicant, regardless, should have known that it was a substandard lot when he bought it. So all the above factors or all the above issues are factors for the board to consider, but any one negative response shall not necessarily preclude the granting of an area variance, but consider them all in totality. So again, we have a 5-member board, 2 members are missing. It's up to you whether you want to take it to a vote.
Yeah, I think I'd like to take to a vote.
Okay, fair enough. So I'd like to ask for a motion seeking approval of the application for an area variance on single-family dwelling in an OR2 zone for the 92 Linden Avenue property.
Now, if the board
Is the front
declines
setback-
to make the motion, then it's a declination, or you can make the motion, and then if it's seconded, take a vote, and then deciding on how you want to vote.
What, is the front setback, is that part of that variance? It'd be 2 variances.
Yes.
Yeah.
The 2 variances, one is the front yard, that was 30, required, actual is 12, so that was the 60%. And then the lot area was the 20.24%.
I just wanted to make sure it was on the record.
Yep.
All right.
Can you repeat the motion again?
Sure. The motion would be asking to move this application forward to a vote for approval on the variances requested,
2 variances,
the 2 variances.
the lot area and the front yard setback.
This is the motion just to make the vote, it's not the actual vote.
Correct.
That's correct.
I'll make the motion to vote.
Okay, so motion made by Keith, second by myself. All in favor? Aye for me, aye for Keith.
Well, wait, the motion is made, so now it's the motion that's pending before it. So now you're going to take that to a vote.
So voting on the motion, Keith, would that be an aye to move the motion ahead?
No,
that correct?
you have the motion already, so now we're on a vote of granting the variance.
So now I have.
So what's before the board to now vote on is whether to grant an area variance.
Okay.
You asking for my vote?
Yes, please, Keith. Okay, and Tracy?
No.
And myself, no. So the application has
The
been
variance is
declined.
denied.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Seeing no other agenda items before the board, I'd like to ask for a motion to close the meeting. All right, motion made by Tracy.
Approve the minutes from the last meeting?
The minutes are not available. So motion by Tracy to close the meeting, second by Keith. All in favor? Aye. The ayes have it.